This is an encampment where asylum seekers from the refugee caravan have been staying since Sunday, when they were turned away by U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers under the pretext that Customs and Border Protection does not have the capacity to process this number of asylum seekers. And it took nearly a full week for 228 members of the refugee caravan to be processed, or to be allowed in to be processed. Now that the vast majority of the members of the refugee caravan who came here to seek asylum fleeing violence and persecution in Central America have been in, will take down the encampment and continue providing legal assessment to those who stay, some people who want to stay in Mexico, and some people who will still continue to request asylum in the United States, but who haven't finished with the legal assessment process. I think it's very important for people to understand that what appears to be a huge controversy in the media, these are people who, under international agreements and under U.S. law, have a right to apply for asylum. They're here at a port of entry, trying to follow the laws of the United States, and the fact that the door has been closed to them for so long, and many people have been turned away, and these aren't the only ones. People are turned away on a daily basis from this port of entry. People who come to the United States and cross illegally, some of them who I have talked to who are in the United States seeking asylum after having been prosecuted, many of them did that specifically because either they were turned away at a port of entry, or they had heard about all of the people who were getting turned away. And so it's completely false that the United States is trying to encourage people to, the U.S. government right now is not trying to encourage people to follow the law. They're trying to encourage them, to pressure them into breaking the law so that they can prosecute them, discourage them from pursuing their asylum claims, and punish immigrants who are fleeing. And these are people who are here, many of them, in part because of U.S. policies. The U.S. support for the Honduran government right now, which is assassinating and incarcerating people for peacefully protesting, on top of all of the other problems with gang violence and violence against people for sexual identity and sexual orientation. These are things that if the United States government and if people all over the world don't want to see these massive movements of people who have no choice but to move, we have to do something to stop the way that we intervene in other countries and generate violence. For decades now, the U.S. government has intervened in Central America in civil wars and supported military dictatorships that have forced people to flee. And now that they're here right now, what we need to do is we need to follow the law, allow them due process, analyze their cases,